Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Happy hump day to you. We are one day away from the weekend because college football is going to start the weekend for me personally, and I know it's going to start it for you, Dream. What's up?
Did you just say college football?
Yes.
Oh, my God. No, it's not. It's right here. It's looking at you. If you're not ready, boy, I don't know. Go get your pulse checked. Go get your pulse checked. I can't wait tomorrow. Tomorrow it kicks it off. I'm excited. I got my little bit of leans already. I've been looking at for the last couple of days. I'm almost tired of looking at. I've been doing breathing exercises. I'm so excited for tomorrow.
I know you are, man. I know you can't wait.
He keeps looking at me. She's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, oh, honey, college football starts tomorrow. My water just broke.
Well, you don't want to talk about baseball like right now?
Ah, son, no, I don't.
Oh, my God.
I was thinking, though, tomorrow on the card, there's a couple of, games and teams that, are, going to get, no interest. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you got Idaho, Ohio. I'm, thinking about the guy that's at the bar asking him to turn on the Iowa-Ohio
oh, my God.
Idaho game.
Right.
Cats will be like, huh? He'll be like, what did you just say? Get your ass thrown out the bar.
I hate that. I hate that, man. I hate that with a passion, dude. I've seen that happen 100 times, man. I'm like, you want to watch what game? What do you mean the UConn game? They're terrible right now.
No, unless your kid or your boy or somebody's playing in the game, and they better be like quarterback, running back, or wide receiver. Don't come talking about my boy plays on the special teams. Be like, yo, kickbox. Go watch the game on your phone.
Killing the bench or something like that. I know. Or unless, hey, if he has a considerable amount of money on the game, though, I could strike up a little conversation with him. But, got to be able to watch what I'm watching, too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I want to talk to the book. I don't want to hear about how you got considerable amount out of your mouth. Let me talk to your guy first, and let me validate what your wager is.
You look at this ticket, it's like $5.
You know what I'm saying? Bad cats always talk about they got mad loot out of the game. You're like, okay, well, how much did you lose? Oh, $25. Like, what? Kickbox, son.
Oh, my God. Dream, we got some big shows coming up, man. Tomorrow, we are doing our kickoff to college football party. It's going to be me, you, and the evil genius of Major League Baseball. He's going to come on. He's going to forget about baseball for a minute and talk some college football because he's kind of foaming at the mouth about a few things, man.
No doubt. As he should be. It's that time.
Yes, absolutely. It's a party. It's a celebration. I see balloons coming from the ceiling, confetti everywhere, man. Let's go. Absolutely. Okay. And then next Tuesday, so what we're doing, guys, we're going to be off on the weekend. We are going to be off because Friday's Freaky Friday. We're going to do that, obviously. But Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we are taking a little bit of a break for Labor Day weekend, man. It's my anniversary with my bride actually tomorrow. But I'm celebrating on the weekend because I can't celebrate it on the opening night of college football, Dream.
No doubt.
Can't do that.
Doubt.
Come on. She got to know a little bit better than that. So Tuesday the 8th, I am bringing in professional card counter, Mr. Bud Ratto. We're going to sit here and talk a little bit of blackjack systems on what he's doing. He'll be on. It'll be a short segment, be on like 15, 20 minutes in between the football talk, kid. Then, Dream, the first night of NFL is the 10th, which is a week from tomorrow. We booked Mr. Jim Feist to come on the show, man. What do you think about Mr. Feist, kid?
Oh, that's big news. That's really good. Jim Feist, like I said, when you think about handicapping and you think about football, I think one of the biggest names in the business that come to mind would be Jim Feist. Is the most, I guess, notoriety handicapper there is, I think is the word I wanted to use. I don't know if you can use it in that form, but I just did. So guess what? We used it in that form.
All right. It sounds good, man. And then, so it's going to be like a Legends back-to-back, man, because we got him, and then we got Scott Matthews coming on the 11th, dude, to rip it up, to talk about all the weekend stuff, man, going on for the first weekend of NFL opening day, man. And he's probably going to talk some college, too.
No doubt.
And he's probably going to also talk about the Mayweather fight, too, because the Mayweather fight is the 12th, dude. And then the following Monday, man, we got open call-ins on the 14th. We're going to be taking calls every single Monday, talking about the aftermath of the weekends and Monday Night Football. And I got my boy TK Wins coming on the 14th, brother. Got you. Yeah, man. What's up? Let's go. What are you reading some baseball stats?
No doubt. I'm just listening to the lineup, man. I'm trying not to cut your ass off. I'm listening to your lineup and listening to the news and just, trying not to cut you off and pay attention to what's going on, as you just mentioned some really big guys that's coming through. So, I'm paying attention to that. But on the flip side, I also have been doing a little look at my boy, Mr. Steve Spurrier, actually getting kicked off tomorrow. He's going up against North Carolina. And, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's a pretty important game for South Carolina. South Carolina last year got out to a really awful start. They lost the opening week game to Texas A&M. You guys know I was all over South Carolina in that game. I am back all over South Carolina again. I think this game's important for them for many factors. They got 2 ACC games this season. They play Clemson and they play North Carolina. They need to win, both games they need to win or should win anyway. But, they need to really put an emphasis on trying to win these games, because should they lose both games, it makes it even harder for them to compete in the SEC, because then they can't lose. They'll be stuck not being able to lose any SEC games at all. So I know, obviously, when you look at the big picture, you don't want to lose any games. All right, you want to try to go undefeated, go to national title, whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, as you sit back and look at it, you got to say to yourself, okay, realistically, you're up against some pretty, powerful programs. Your odds may be you're going to catch a loss maybe here or there. So what I'm trying to get at is you need to come and you need to beat the outside opponents. You need to get these 2 ACC wins under your belt, and that will give you at least a little leeway as far as maybe losing an SEC game and still being, relative at the end of the season. So aside from this being week 1, aside from this being an ACC matchup outside of their conference, aside from this being my boy Steve Spurrier, aside from this one of the better head coaches in college football, aside from this being off of losing last year and trying to get your season kick-started, aside from having Farrell Cooper, at the helm as a wide receiver, dope, aside from having Connor Mitch at the quarterback, all right, who looks like he's going to be a pretty good quarterback this year, dude, I'm kind of feeling the Gamecocks.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? He's got a pretty good record, on opening day. So let's see what ends up happening there. I wish you the best of luck with that. I don't know if I'm going to get involved in that particular game, Dream, to be honest with you. But I'm taking a look at this, and, dude, your boy Harbaugh has not announced a quarterback yet?
I know. Dude, what do you want? Well, that's your boy. Listen, you know what? Him and the other one, it's going to be, it's going to be a game of just, everybody's going to play around and manipulate the media and keep the reporters, around. That's why I think Urban, the same kind of thing over there with him. It keeps you relative, keeps you talking, keeps you in an interview, keeps people wanting to know. You know what? If everybody just walked away and leave these guys alone, they would act normal. You know what I mean? But because everybody's in your face constantly all the time wanting to know what's up with you and what's good, you get to play games in the media.
Yeah, definitely. I know. So I guess he already let the kids know who's starting, but won't announce it until game time. That's Harbaugh for Michigan. That's going into the Utah Utes, man. Utah Utes still giving 5.5, I think. What do you think about that?
I don't know what the spread is on that game. Listen, I think it's going to be, okay, I was going to get more into this game tomorrow because I thought you said that Dr. Dizzle is a little bit on this one.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to just give a little bit right now, but I really want to get into it tomorrow more. But my thing with Michigan is, first year head coach, Michigan wasn't that great last year. They were, pretty good. I don't think they were all that last year.
They were terrible last year, I think.
you're going to say terrible?
Not terrible, but they weren't. They weren't all that.
Really inconsistent. Not what I mean. But Michigan's been terrible. Jesus, dude.
For a minute.
I mean, think about it. It's been a minute now. So to get them to do the full turnaround, and Utah's been pretty solid. At home, it's their at-home game too. They probably got week 1 circled. For Harbaugh to come in here and start making his changes and implement his system, I think he's up against a tough task. I think he might be running uphill in this situation. It's going to be tough to go in there and catch a win. That's my thoughts about that. I honestly think the way to go in that particular game is if you can get some points, you're going to be straight.
Yep, I'm looking at Utah Utes is down to 5 right now, dude. -5 with an under-over of 46 points. And, Dream, I just realized there's 5 games on Friday, too.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh, I did not know that until right now, man.
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna make Freaky Friday even better, man. Looking forward to it. So I'm looking at some of the what other matchups do you want to discuss so I don't go into anything that you're looking to talk about tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow I definitely want to. There's only 3 games on my radar right now. It's the South Carolina game, the Utah game, and then TCU Minnesota. Obviously, there are the 3 games that are on my radar that I particularly like and I got a feel for. There's a couple other games that are going on that are probably competitive. And I mean, as you know, I'm getting the DMs, I'm getting all the talk to everybody with all their games, and thank you very much for your opinions. But those are the 3 that I'm most interested in coming out the gate, where I think that I can get involved in those games.
All right. I'm looking at the Dukies went down. They were 10-point favorite. Now they're down to 7.5, bro. 7.5. I don't know what. I got to do some. You know what? I'm going to do some homework tonight on these teams, dude. I'm going to figure out what's going to go on with this Dukies and Tulane game because I have not seen the line out of any of these lines move that much. That's about like 25%, bro. That's something to definitely take a look at. And you're not interested in the junkie play with the Ohio and Idaho? But
yeah, if South Carolina gets smoked, I might be interested in it. like last year against A&M when they got smoke showed, I was like, oh.
Last year, man, when that kickoff went on, they were playing Darude Sandstorm in South Carolina, and you just felt South Carolina was just going to go ham on him. I mean, the atmosphere was electric. Everything pointed in that direction. And then they laid an egg, man. That sucks. So I don't think that's going to happen either this year, Dream. But, like I said, I wish you the best of luck with it. You're not interested in Oklahoma State versus Central Michigan?
Nah, dude, no. I'm not trying to get thrown out the bar because I got to tell somebody to put another game on when TCU Minnesota's going. I'm not trying to get into a fight with somebody over that.
TCU went up to 15 points, man.
I know, and I'm kind of kicking myself because I feel like I maybe should have already had played that.
Yeah.
And caught it a little bit lighter than that. But hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, it is what it is. We'll keep watching. I told you, dude. Originally, I was kind of like, hey, that's a lot of points to be given on the road week 1. Dude, after I've been looking at that roster of theirs, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what, man? They probably gonna blow the doors off. They got to be excited. They got to be ready. Got a lot of kids coming back. A lot of people know each other. A good off season. Supposedly, I mean, these guys always talk about the off season work's been incredible. So don't make too much of that. Every coach is screaming about that, but you got to be positive with that program and what they got returning to the fold.
Of course, man. Texas San Antonio is playing Arizona University. Arizona given 31.5, the heaviest favorite on the board, kid. They're expecting Arizona to go crazy in that game. So we'll see what goes on with that. And I'm just looking at a couple of others here, guys. You know what, Dream? I am not going to fall for Central Florida this year.
Oh, really?
Guys, listen, man. This UCF team, there was a year where they actually went to a bowl game and won the bowl, and I crushed them. I took them like 8 or 9 weeks in a row, and I think they only didn't cover one game, and I murdered it, right? So now I go into the next year. I got a bunch of people coming back and all that. I'm like, all right, let me start pounding this team again. Let me just pick up where I left off. Well, sure enough, they ended up getting killed like every game, and I was like, oh man, that only lasted what, Dream, 4 or 5 weeks, and I was done with that.
Well, that's because of your long tenured history with them players.
Yes, I know. That had to be like 3-4 years ago, man.
Oh my God, y'all don't even know. 3 or 4 years ago, Hat was on. I don't know what got into you. I don't know what happened. Hat must have went to Florida and they gave him a tour of the program. It got all amped up and wanted to bet UCF like every week, and it started getting ugly and ugly and ugly.
Oh, man, my boy, let's see. I got a couple of people already on Twitter kind of making some noise here. AZ Wildcat is saying take UTSA points against Arizona. Huh.
Oh, no doubt. Can't
and
wait to do that.
he's from the desert, man, so that's pretty interesting. The Otto's saying he likes the under in the Michigan game with your boy Harbizzle.
I
saying
know,
their
Otto's
defense,
a Michigan fan, though.
All right, saying their defense is going to be good.
Okay.
Let's see. My boy Tav is back. What's up, buddy? How are you, man? Long time. He says that TCU covers by halftime.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about them keeping it covered,
yeah.
The idea is to cover by the end of the game, not halftime, Tav.
Yes, unless you do the first half wager, player.
Respectfully play. I'm just joking with you. Don't catch no feelings now. I know how sensitive you Twitter cats are, boy.
Oh man, are you messing with any first halves or first quarters or any of that?
No. Way too early for that. Let me get a live look at it and see how these cats are acting first before I start getting involved with that. Hey, want to thank everybody that's out there retweeting the show this morning. AZ Wildcat 83, Postal Pete, Philly Picks, Orlando Martinez, BT, Benjamin Rowe, the Pig, Tanakis, P for Prez, Justin Hernandez, Direct Sports Solution, Sports Ruckus Scouts, I believe that is, Marlon, AE Sports, Angelo Nunez, JC, OJFB, just to name a few.
All right, sounds good. So, yeah, man, let's get it going, kid. So, you want to talk a little bit about Friday's games, or you want to wait for that?
Let's wait for Friday's games. Matter of fact, how many MLBs we got today?
Oh, a good amount, kid. Good amount. And it's there's a bunch during the day as well. So, just real quick to look at what we got on Friday, just as far as the matchups are concerned, Colorado, Hawaii, Baylor, SMU, Baylor minus 35, my God, 35.5. Georgia State versus Charlotte, Michigan State versus Western Mich, Kent State versus the Fighting Illini, and Washington versus Boise State, Dream. Boise giving Washington 12. That's a lot of points, I think.
Very interesting point spread on that game. I haven't really given Boise a lot of looks. I've actually... There was a couple of teams and games that I picked out that I took a look at. Boise wasn't one of them. I did see the line, and I did scratch my head a little bit. I'm kind of on the fence with them. I'd like to see what they're bringing to the table this year. But you're right. That is a lot of points.
Yes, absolutely. So let's keep it moving, dude. So you wanna jump into the baseball real quick? Kind of get the notables out of the way?
I think we got to jump into the baseball. Right. I just want to say that, like I said, I believe that the line in the South Carolina-North Carolina game, which right now, I don't know if you guys got it, it's at a pick. For those of you that feel a little shaky and uncomfortable, I know that South Carolina had defensive issues last year. We're looking for them to come back and do something defensively. This year, they definitely had to make improvements on defense. So we should, be cognizant of that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, if you want to put them in a teaser situation and get some points just to feel safe, I wouldn't knock you for that. And, something like, a little South Carolina, I'm going to hint at it, TCU ski, and maybe Utah. Teaser might be really attractive tomorrow. Just a little preview of what we might be talking about tomorrow. What's on your boys' minds? So, hey, we'll just leave it at that. and we'll just get it back into this little baseball. But I definitely think that I think South Carolina's getting that game done tomorrow. And I am going to, me personally, I am going to play it straight. I am liking South Carolina. I'm going to back them again. I don't know. Call me stupid. My man's 22-2 in opening games, week one starters. That's Spurrier. Lost last year, so that's one of the two. So expect him to get right back to his winning ways. I think it's a big game. I think they're going to show up. It's going to be electric there in South Carolina, obviously, hosting it. So I'm expecting big things, man. I want to start off this year with a win. It's going to be, listen, it's taking all I could do to not go ham tomorrow. Yeah. I keep telling myself, no, stop, relax.
Fall back.
It's week one. Don't go crazy. I got to keep telling myself that over and over again, because trust me, I keep going to Dizzles and punching in some crazy numbers and then pulling back out.
Yo, we got, I'm looking at this. So we got, there's a full slate of MLB, but I'm sure you don't want to talk about Miami, Atlanta. I'm looking at that at 12:10 Eastern. Guys, you know what? If you're watching Miami and Atlanta, I don't even know what to tell you at this point. Let's see. As far as notable matchups, we've got the first one here as far as notables. I got to keep talking about this New York Yankees-Boston series. Listen, I know that the Yankees are obviously in it, and Boston is not right now, but hey, if there's anybody that's got an outside shot at getting in, it would be the Boston Red Sox. New York Yankees are putting Masahiro Tanaka versus Henry Owens. New York minus 145, under over of 9. Dream, what do you got for numbers on these guys?
The New York Yankees, we have Mr. Tanaka coming in 10-6, 3.62 ERA. Owens 2-1 with a 4.03 ERA. Guys, this series, I gotta tell you right now, is all the buzz right now on the East Coast. If you listen to Sports Talk Radio here, this is all they're talking about. The Red Sox have dug in and they're playing really hard. The Yankees are trying to, keep their playoffs aspirations alive and keep their winning ways going as well. This is a really scrappy series right here, right now. Of course. And even though it's not the same steam and ambiance that it's had over past years, the fact that each of these teams are where they're at and really clawing at it right now, it's kind of impressive because, over the years we were used to, all the big names that the Yankees had and the names that the Red Sox had. And, now when you got cats at the bar and you walk up to them and you're like, oh, who's this guy up at bat? And then cats, really don't know who they're talking about. So, but it's interesting just to see the new dynamics of the new players. Like some of these no-name guys, that are good playing more like blue-collar baseball, so to say, and watching them go at it. It's good. It brings a lot of talk and a lot of back and forth between the two sides. So it's great that they're resurrecting this series, especially on the East Coast. Because, dude, bars used to be, and bars would be so,
crazy.
Packed when these two teams had their series. I mean, packed. People in there with your full Yankee garb, people with full Red Sox garb, not usually any type of violence or nothing, but just a lot of fun, a lot of atmosphere. Everybody, people would have, like tailgating parties and people over your house. So it's good to see that some of the, some of the juice has been put back into this rivalry.
Absolutely, man. The Yankees are 15 games over 500 player. And Masahiro Tanaka has been pretty, halfway decent. I believe that would be their ace if they had to do a wild card. I believe they would put him on the mound. Him or Pineda, but I just don't know about Pineda, to be honest with you. I mean, Pineda could come out and let up a 10 spot. I think Masahiro Tanaka has been more of their dependable guy than anybody else on the roster. Dan and I were trying to figure it out the other day. We were like, who the hell is their ace? So what do you got for numbers on these guys?
Tanaka is 10-6 with a 3.62 ERA, and Owens is 2-1 with a 4.03 ERA.
All right, man. So a lot of overs have been coming out with the Boston Red Sox, guys. 16 of the last 22 games have gone over for the Red Sox. Boston 4-2 in their last 6. The Yankees 4-1 in their last 5. When I look at this, Yankees are actually 9-3 in the last 12 games when playing the Boston Red Sox. Dream. Wow. So, seems like the Yankees got their number a little bit, man. This one here, guys, this one's got me scratching my head a little bit. I mean, Yankees should win this game, but I think there's better games on the ticket to look at. We got the Tampa Bay Rays at the Baltimore Orioles. Tampa Bay's got Erasmo Ramirez versus Kevin Gausman of Baltimore on the bump. Baltimore minus 145, under over of 8. What do you got here, brother?
All right, we've got the Orioles, who are 37-27 at home. The Rays 33-31 on the road. Gosman is 2-6 with a 4.39 ERA. Ramirez 10-5 with a 3.68 ERA as well.
Oof.
Boy, there's the Rays, dude.
Dude, my God. Rays are 66-66 now, 500 team. And Baltimore, my God, dude, how terrible has this team just fizzled out? Dude, they were down 11-0 in that game last night and actually scored 2 runs. I don't even know what to make of them. They're getting pissed on at home, man. I mean, they are just absolutely terrible. And 8 of the last 12 games when these two teams have played each other has gone under, guys, with the exception of last night. Gosman 1-6, not so good, man. You know, I don't know if I would play the Chase Baltimore thing here because you're probably going to get smoke showed. But, you know, they are at home. They do have a pretty good home record on the year. What's their home record on the year again, Dream? Even though they're terrible right now?
37-27.
37-27. Okay. So 10 games over 500 at home. So, man, I hate this Tampa Bay team, but Baltimore's just been breaking everybody's hearts too, man. I don't think you can mess with that one either, being an AL East matchup. I love we had to start with 2 AL East matchups, kid. Unbelievable. Unreal. Here's another one here to which dude, I love this game. Cleve coming into the Toronto Blue Jays. I got a pitcher on the mound for Cleve that I love to pick on. Trevor Bauer, kid, versus R.A. Dickey of the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto minus 175, under over of 9. What do you got here?
R.A. Dickey, 9-10, 4.25 ERA.
Yep.
44-24 at home are the Blue Jays. Cleveland Indians, they got Bauer on the mound, 10-10, 4.31 ERA. The Indians are 35-33 on the road. Very interesting game today. I don't know about, Dickey's numbers, dude, bad.
Yeah, they're bad, but you got to look at Trevor Bowers in the last 4 games.
No. But it's Cleve. But Dickey, the Jays usually provide run support, so it's interesting that his record would be so bad as well.
I know, it's crazy. He gets a lot of road starts. He
must not be making it rain at the club.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Trevor Bauer versus the New York Yankees. Surprisingly, he did beat the Yankees, pitching 6 1/3 innings, 2 hits with 1 earned run. However, the last 3 starts before that, dude, I picked on him every time. At Boston, 1 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs. The Boston Red Sox got all over him, dude. And it didn't even pitch 2 innings there. 3 1/3 innings versus the Yankees at home. He had, let's see what I got. 7 hits, 6 earned runs versus Minnesota. 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. Dude, Trevor Bauer going against the #1 offense in all of baseball. Dude, the Tampa Bay. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to go all over him, man. I am all over Toronto today. That's definitely a clean pick for your boy, kid. I know. Hey, I know that you're looking at it and kind of scratching your head with R.A. Dickey's numbers, but he's got the numbers.
Hey, no, I'm not scratching my head. The talent's. You're talking about, Dickey was the bomb. What, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
When he was with the Mets, didn't he win the Cy Young or something?
He was pretty dope, man. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at his last couple of starts at home, and he was actually lights out at home, man. Versus Kansas City, he shut him out. 7 innings, no earned runs. And versus Philadelphia as well, no earned runs at home in the Dome. And versus Detroit, 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. He's doing it at home in the Dome on the turf. So I think we'll get the job done there tonight, brother. That's the one I'm looking at. All right. So I'm trying to find another notable matchup here, guys. Give me 1 second while I pull this up, and we will go from there. I know the Philadelphia Phillies are coming into the Mets tonight, and the Mets have Mr. Matt Harvey on the mound. Dude, Harang did his thing for a little while there last night.
Stop it. I love you just said for a little while.
For a little while he did. They were up, what was it, 4 or 5-0, something like that, 5-0 right out the gate.
Fathead did his thing.
Fathead Harang, man.
Dude, I I whisked by something and seen his head. It just started cracking up last night as I'm scrolling through the TV. I'm like, dude, this is Hat's boy, and I just started giggling to myself.
All right, so the Mets have Matt Harvey, and Philadelphia has Aaron Nola. Mets minus 270, under/over 7. What do you got here?
Now here, if I was gonna play, which I'm not. Okay, I'm not playing, but if I was going to play, I'd probably be going in this direction. I'm sure it's heavy with the cost, obviously, but with Harvey 11-7, 2.47 ERA, with the Mets being 44-24 at home, with the Phillies being 25-45 on the road, and Nola even 5-1 with a 3.26 ERA, I'd probably be inclined to get involved with this game, especially with the Mets getting embarrassed yesterday.
I know, dude. They put up 14 runs on them, man. It was crazy. So, I was watching that game, and I was like, I actually had the Mets in that. And I was like, it's just unbelievable. But I think they bounce back and get the job done today. So I am thinking what I'm going to do, Dream, is I'm going to pair that with the Toronto Blue Jays. New York Mets, Toronto Blue Jays, a money line parlay I think will pay kind of good. And we will go from there. But, when I'm looking at this, obviously you alluded to the fact that the Mets are one of the best home teams in the league. You got their ace on the mound, Mr. Matt Harvey. Dude, who would pitch? Harvey or DeGrom on the first game, opening game? I believe.
Syndergaard.
No.
No,
yeah, right.
I know, I'm joking. That's a joke.
Bartolo Colon.
That's a joke, dog. I think I have to. You're going to say DeGrom?
I think they would put DeGrom on to start game one of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I would have to agree with that. I don't know, though, because I don't know. It depends on what kind of psyche and head. I don't know what Harvey is as far as his head is concerned, because I remember when he was, hurt, I remember there being some talk about, he wanted to do some things or there's something and they said no and he kind of caught little feelings about it or whatever. So I hope he doesn't have that type of an ego, but I don't really know the dynamics of his personality. So obviously when you're a manager, those are the small things that you have to deal with that people aren't necessarily aware of. If you got a fragile, ego psyche guy, and then you got two guys that are of the same, caliber, then you might, lean just to start Harvey just because you don't want him, you don't want him getting all, butthurt over, over you not giving him the start. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I gotcha. I don't know though. I think, if for some miraculous reason that the Washington Nationals catch the Mets and win the division, and the Mets get into a wild card and got that one game, which I doubt is going to happen. I think they're going to win the division. But, hey, we got to kind of figure out. I wonder what the debate is on the SBTV Nation. Who would start that? Let's see. So the next one we have here, I got to talk Chicago and Minnesota because I love the Minnesota Twins here. And I said they would win the series. I didn't know if they would win last night versus Chris Sale, and sure enough, they got the job done. Dude, the Minnesota Twins are playing pretty well, man. You got to give it to them.
Hey, they should be.
Yeah, they should be. You're right.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
Right.
So I'm not going to, I ain't going to go crazy. I mean, you're home, and it is the White Sox player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got to get the wins. I mean, you got to do – this is what you get paid to do, and be a professional and go out there. They, like I said, 41-25 at home. They got still some life, so, go do your thing. Go out there and make a statement out there and try to, I don't know, make it at least competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. I'm taking a look at this. Minnesota's 5 games over 500, putting Tom Malone on the mound, who has not been that great, man. 6-4 with a 3.90 ERA versus Carlos Rodon with a 4.23. Look, the White Sox are pretty much, I mean, it just seems like they faded out. They had that one run there for a minute. Then the Yankees came into town and just kind of smoked them to death, kid. Minnesota's 9-2 in the last 11 games, and I got news for them, man. They better keep winning because they got all these teams right underneath them vying for a wild card. I mean, basically, dude, everybody in the AL is still alive, Dream. Every single team, regardless of how poor they are, man. They're all still alive. It's almost like the NFC South in football. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Crazy. But when I look at this, Minnesota 5-1 in the last 6 games at home. They are stellar at home. What do you got for a home record on them?
On the Twins?
Yes.
41-25, player.
41-25. Sorry, I make you repeat that sometimes, but
No, that's all right. It's okay.
I'm doing music and looking up stats
no
and
doubt.
all
No,
that at the same time.
Come
and
on.
sometimes it goes by kind of fast, so I got to make sure I do
Come
that.
on with the sorries, player. This is our thing. This is how we do it. And I don't think I've given the numbers if you guys are interested, but I would recommend you just leave this alone. Actually,
Tom Malone. Go ahead. Sorry.
I kind of do like the Twins actually today, but I wouldn't play it because I would be looking at South Carolina if I were you. TCU, I'd maybe take a look at them. Maybe look at the Michigan-Utah game. Just a couple of examples. Team alone 6-4 with a 3.86 ERA. The White Sox are 28-37 on the road. Rhode Island is 6-5 with a 4.15 ERA.
All right, so I mean, Tom Malone has been blown up a few times here, man. At Tampa Bay, 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs. At Baltimore, 5 1/3, 5 innings, 3 earned. But versus Cleve, his last home start, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. So, I don't know. The Twins are pretty much magic at home, dude. You know what? I just don't know. You know what? You caught the win last night, which was surprising. You know, I mean, if they could beat Chris Sale, they could probably beat this cat. You know what I mean? So we'll keep it moving to the next one here.
They could beat Chris Sale. They definitely could beat Rhode Island.
That's what I was saying, man. That's what I was saying.
I love you said probably.
Probably. All right. So next notable matchup here. I mean, we got Seattle and Houston with Kazmir on the mound. Houston should win this game, but Seattle's been kind of a thorn in everybody's side, man.
Houston losing last night. I don't know what was up with that, man.
Dude, there's a chance that they could not get in the playoffs if they lose that division, man. Honestly, all kidding aside, that would be a heartbreaker for them because they played so well all year. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
It's the road record that really hurt them so far. You know?
But they were home last night. I wanted them. I thought they would really show off this series and really get it done and just sweep the Mariners. Especially the Mariners. Mariners scored 7 runs last night, and the Mariners don't score runs.
No, they're one of the worst in the league, dude.
So they got Scotty Kazmir on the mound, guys. This might be another game you might want to look at. Kazmir 7-9, 2.45 ERA. Astros 46-22 at home, stellar home record. Mariners 33-35 on the road. Walker is 10-7 with a 4.53 ERA. So he's making it rain at the strip club for him.
Yes, definitely. Throwing dollars at his boys.
At the strip club pitchers.
He's like, here's a handful. Just throw this in the air. You'll be good.
If your ERA is above 4, you're making it rain. ERA above 4 with a winning record, you're making it rain.
Yes, definitely. So Houston should get the job done here. I mean, Twan Walker, I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest with you. Let's see. Dude, I got to give it to you, man. You were right about Cueto yesterday, man. With the Kansas City Royals losing with Cueto on the mound. Dude, Cueto, guys, I don't know if you realize this, but since he's been traded, 17 innings, 17 earned runs. That's 1 per inning, man.
And for me, it wasn't really Cueto as much as it was Verlander. He looked hot, almost, had a great outing last inning. So, just want to stay away from somebody that was that hot. But, hey, they're back tonight. They got Ventura on the mound. They got Wolf going for the Tigers. So the Tigers decided, well, we're going to throw the Wolf out there. Wolf apparently is not making it rain. He's 0-2 with a 2.57 ERA.
Definitely not.
The Tigers are 31-35 on the road. The Royals are 45-22 at home. Ventura's 9-7 with a 4.41 ERA. I don't know what you're doing with this particular matchup here.
Kansas City wins the game, brother.
Okay.
Kansas City's definitely going to bounce back and win today, so I like them as well. And I'm looking at the, Washington Nationals at the St. Louis Cardinals. And Washington, Max Scherzer versus Michael Wacha. And I don't have a line on this yet, Dream.
All right, I got 118, St. Louis 118 with an over and under of 6.5. That's the ESPN line. I can pull up the other line from the book, though, if you'd like that as well.
Hold on one second. You're taking a look in Las Vegas and see what the line is. Let me look right here real quick. Hold on. Max Scherzer.
In the meantime, hey, guys, Scherzer is 11-11, 2.88 ERA. That's kind of impressive to be 11-11.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good ERA. Wacha's 15-4, though. Very hard to bet against Mr. Wacha. 2.69 ERA. The Cards, incredible at home, 48-19. All they do is win. Nationals can't seem to, figure out what they want to do this year. But it looks like lose is what they're most comfortable doing. It's going to be hard to win tonight. I don't, because St. Louis just goes out and wins, and they know how to do it, and they do it well. So, actually, the numbers from Las Vegas are minus 120. St. Louis is.
I'm looking at this, dude. Listen to this. So Scherzer in his last 4 outings, he's lost 4 in a row. Dream. 2 versus Colorado, 1 versus Miami, and 1 versus San Francisco. 4 earned, 3 earned, 6 earned, and 4 earned.
How do you lose to Colorado with a 2.88 ERA?
Dude, he actually, he's, I don't know, man. Colorado at home, dude. He was at home. He was at home versus Miami, and Miami got all over him.
I don't even know baseball, but I know that makes sense.
Miami got all over him too, bro. I don't know. Sure, I think Dan thinks there's something wrong with Scherzer.
Well, but maybe that means he's going to show up for the – okay, so if he let the booty teams blow up, then that means he's a monster against the dope teams. So I guess that today he would, pitch like a no-hitter.
We'll see what happens.
You ain't ready to feed it to that player?
Yeah, right. We'll see what the trend is. But Washington 2-9 in their last 11 games on the road. St. Lucia 9-1 in the last 10, kid. My God. Woo.
2 teams going in 2 completely different directions.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, San Francisco at the LA Dodgers, dude. The Dodgers are on the verge of a sweep, and they're putting on Clayton Kershaw on the bump, kid, versus Mike Leake of San Francisco. What do you got for a line there?
We have for a line, let's see, San Francisco. I got the ESPN line. I got the Dodgers are minus 244. I got the under-over of 6. Let me see what I got in Vegas. The Vegas number, I don't have a line yet for this game.
All right, so I'm looking at this. San Francisco, dude, has been losing a few games now, man. And all of a sudden, just, they kind of peeked their head above water for a little bit. Now they're kind of on the outside looking in. I want to say they're 5 games out of the division at this point. San Fran, 1-4 in their last 5 games, 1-6 in the last 7 on the road. Dude, your Dodgers, all of a sudden, after all that hustle and bustle in the locker rooms and all that, now all of a sudden they're 7-1 in the last 8.
But we talked about when this series started that we thought the Dodgers could get this done.
Yeah.
And it was an important series for them to get this done at home and to come through. And I think this series has brought a lot of new life to them as they look to be, seriously focused. So I'm expecting them to close this out, strong today. You got Kershaw on the mound, 11-6 with a 2.24 ERA. Dodgers are 46-21 as well. Giants are 31-36 on the road. Leaks on the mound, 9-6 with a 5.53 ERA, guys. If you guys are looking at this game, my thoughts are for you to just take a look at the South Carolina Gamecocks starting offensive line improvements that they've made in the time that their quarterback will have in the pocket.
Yes, definitely. Final game I want to talk about. I'm looking at this. I'm really feeling this team, but and I know you're not feeling the team they're playing against. Texas at the San Diego Padres. Texas coming fresh off their win last night, and Texas is putting Cole Hamels on the mound today versus Ian Kennedy for the San Diego Padres. What do you got for a line there, player?
Dude, the nasty Padres, you want to get involved with them? I got the Padres plus 117, the Texas Rangers minus 127. I got an over and under of 6.5. Why is that over and under number so low?
6.5.
Yeah.
That sounds way off, dude.
6.5. That's the number from the book and from ESPN. Those numbers are the same.
Really?
6.5.
Son, with Texas's offense, I mean, listen, I know Cole Hamels was dope at Baltimore, man. 8 innings, 2 hits, and 1 earned run, and at Detroit, 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs. But you take a look at the pitcher that they're facing here. Let me look at Ian Kennedy real quick, brother. Hold on.
8-12 with a 3.94 ERA. Cole Hamels 8-8 with a 3.69 ERA.
Wow. Ian Kennedy's been dope. He's been really good, man. He's 6 2/3, 2 hits, 2 earned runs versus Philadelphia. Versus St. Lucia, he shut him out, dude. 6 innings, 7 hits, no earned runs. And versus Colorado, 1 earned run. Versus Cincinnati, 1 earned run. Damn. Maybe that's why, man. Both of these pitchers are on their game right now. They're both dealing. That's probably why that line is 6.5. But I don't know, man. I mean, with the way the Texas Rangers hit the ball, I gotta think about going over there, dude.
Hey, I don't know what you do because I'm not doing it.
I think I might take a shot with that, but we'll keep it moving and going from there. But that's it for Baseball Dream. I'm done with it. There was actually a lot more games that I thought we were going to break down on there because there's a lot of, especially in the AL, man, everybody's in it.
Hey, stuff's going on. Guys are going to be. I mean, listen. We know we know you guys are going to wager on it. I mean, just because I'm waiting for football, I know everybody don't got that kind of fortitude and stamina and can control themselves. So, and some of you guys are doing well at it. So, I mean, hey, if you're doing well in it and you're making money out of it, I ain't going to knock you and tell you not to do it. If I was making money at it, I would be doing it too as well. But I'm not, so I'm not.
Yes, definitely not. So we got to do. Twitter is live today, man. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting excited for college football tomorrow, brother. And
please,
so are we.
I don't want to hear nobody talk to me about the preseason NFL games tomorrow. I don't want to discuss them.
Oh yeah, dude. We got there's 16 games on the ticket tomorrow for NFL preseason, brother.
And the bootiest of the booty will be in tomorrow. Tomorrow is like when they go on strike and they call in the scab guys. Right? Please don't try to talk to me about gambling on none of it. You know I don't even want to talk about gambling on preseason football, but tomorrow is really no talks.
Definitely not, man. I mean, they're all down to 75-man rosters though now, Dream. So you might not get as many scrubs as you would think, and you're probably going to get a lot of starting quarterback play though.
Yeah, no. Say what?
Yeah, I think you'll get a lot of starting quarterback play tomorrow.
No, brother.
You don't think so,
Nobody's putting their starters in.
Really? You don't think so? The third game?
No, nobody's putting their starters in. No.
Okay.
No,
all right.
No.
So, hey, you know what? If you're right about that, then we're definitely not playing it.
Yeah,
not that I'm playing. Dude, I haven't played one of those games, man. I'm not messing with those, to be honest with you. So, that's pretty much it, Dream. That's going to do it for the show today. And we're going to get
back at me with South Carolina. What's up, Sport Rocket Scouting? Get with your boy. Y'all know it's going to be my time. I'm going to talk crap all day. Be yelling big mouth. Cal's going to be mad.
Yes.
There goes that Dream guy again. He don't never shut up when he wins. I got to get off to a good start this year. I remember last year. It was gut-wrenching last year's start. So I'm looking to replace that, and I'm hoping for big things this year, you guys. I'm expecting it. We'll have a lot more for you tomorrow.
All right. My boy Jason Riley's telling me that he agrees with you that most starting quarterbacks will not play tomorrow.
No, they're not playing tomorrow. You don't got to agree with me.
Right.
I'm just telling you.
No. I get it. I can understand both sides. I can understand why they wouldn't. To try to get the remaining, whatever that is, 22 players, some action to see who's going to.
A couple of teams don't need to start their starter. Like the Bengals might want to throw Dalton out there.
Yeah, right.
The Bills might want to just try whoever they got.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you, Dream. You may think I'm absolutely out of my mind, but I don't think E.J. Manuel looks that bad for the Bills.
But he's not getting the start. They're saying they're going to go with Tyrod. The word I got, which is from from probably some just people on Twitter and whatever. So it's not like it's been anything in the media. But I guess they're saying that Tyrod Taylor's getting the start out there. I thought that the Bills would go with Matt Castle personally.
Oh, wow.
But supposedly Taylor's the guy getting the start. I guess the Bills are doing like Harbaugh. They're going to wait till and like the Patriots, they're going to wait till next week to name their starter.
Hopefully we'll get the verdict on the Brady thing today, so we could be done with that.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. I've been back and forth with this. At first I said he was getting the 4 games. Then I said, I don't think so. I'm back to thinking he's getting the 4 games.
Yeah.
I think if there was a deal, they should have worked it out. And I think the judge's position is the same as what I'm just saying. They should have worked something out. Okay, now you don't want to work nothing out. Tom, you don't want to step back. You don't want to take it. Guess what? You know what? I'm not really even ruling on this because I should be doing other stuff because that's what I get paid to do, not really be bothered with a football game or with a deflated football. So take the 4 games and kick rocks. That's what I honestly think the position of the court's going to be. But, hey, your boy's been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again. But we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, man. So I was doing some reading on on it yesterday with some legal analysts. Everybody's opinion's different, man. I don't even have an opinion on it at this point, Dream, because I've clogged my brain with so much stuff that it could go any way. We just got to get in the brain of the judge, which is not going to happen until, once we hear what he has to say. That's it, man.
I gotta be honest with you. The issue is, I know that Pittsburgh's defense is not all that either. Is not good, but this is a huge distraction in Patriot camp. I know the Patriots handle off the field adversity pretty well, and obviously they got a great system and a great coaching. All that goes along with New England. This is still a distraction for everybody. Not knowing whether your starting guy is going to play. You can blow it off as it's not. It's a distraction. Trust me. It's a lot to game plan. You're trying to do a lot. You're trying to figure out, like you said, who's going to play and who's not going to play, who you're cutting, who you're not cutting, all kinds of other things. And on top of that, deal with what's going on with this situation. It is a distraction. The only upside for them is Pittsburgh's defense has looked like it's been even as distracted. So it's going to make for a great storyline, I guess, week one, which I don't know if that's what the NFL is trying to do, but they definitely got a good storyline for week one, trying to figure out what these two teams are bringing to the forefront. But this is a distraction. So anybody who's leaning Patriots for game one, I would maybe fall back with that because this is a distraction.
Well, we'll see what Jim Feist has to say about it on the 10th. Maybe
No doubt.
he'll have a little breakdown of it. I'm sure he will be. And then we'll go from there, man. So, guys, as I alluded to earlier, man, we got a bunch of big guests coming up. We got college football tomorrow with myself, The Dream, and Dr. Dan. We got Freaky Friday. We've got the Blackjack Card Counter Professional Band out of 59 casinos coming on Tuesday the 8th. Bud Rado. I've got Jim Feist on the 10th of September, opening night of NFL. And we got Scott Matthews on the 11th for Freaky Friday as well. And we're going to be going from there. He's going to be breaking down all the NFL and NCAA stuff that he's taking a look at. So what do you got to do to close out, player?
Hey, I want to thank everybody that's retweeting and showing you guys that are out there. JDH24, Frank Vinculato, Total Sports Edge, Jim Rome's a douche, James M. Thompson, Yippa82, MG86, Joey Bats, Sin City Maverick, my boy Irvin Holiday, KMVU, APB, Jason Riley, AZ Wildcat 83, Postal Pete, Philly Picks, Orlando Martinez, BT, Benjamin Rowe, The Pig, Tanakis, P for Prez, Justin Hernandez, Direct Sports Solutions, good morning to you gentlemen, Sports Ruckus Scouts, Marlon, A&E Sports, Angelo Nunez, JC, OJFB, Christos, LA WizKid, Lone Star Ombre, Terrence Mack, 5-1, C. Rodriguez Jr., Ciroc King J, and Average Joe Punter out there from sunny Australia. Guys, I am The Dream. Tomorrow it is on. Your boy been back and forth on Twitter. You'll see me on there today and tonight. You'll see me talking my trash, doing my thing, doing what I do best, yelling and making a lot of noise. Always remember, who you with? And make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
Yes, sir. And my boy Terrence Mack just sent me the story. Dude, I don't know how I forgot to talk about this story real quick, but Jimmy Superfly Snuka, you remember him from WWE? Charged with murder, man. He murdered his girlfriend back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. He's charged. Yeah, he got arrested, man. He's done. That's
How
it.
old is he?
Dude, this was back from like 83 or something like that, dude. This story, but they resurrected the whole thing.
It's funny you said something because as you're talking about, I remember there being like some controversy with him and some type of violence, but then I thought that like it went away or something. But now it's resurfaced, and I wonder if it's the same thing or if this is brand new.
Yeah, we got to take a look at it and see where it goes.
We'll have to definitely research this. Hey, you know what? There's one more caveat. I meant to tell you guys. Justin Hernandez, one of the Nation contributors, has mentioned that Texas San Antonio. He likes Texas and Antonio. He's recommending he likes the under. He's saying that they're rebuilding, hard schedule, lost a lot of people, brand new quarterback, new receivers, and not really having a great year this year. So his recommendation is the under. If you guys are interested, hit him up and talk to him, whatever. He's just one of the guys, one of our guys that follow us, in the nation, just offered his thoughts. So I just was going to put that out there as he took the time to give me a write-up and send me a bunch of information, which I broke down pretty as easily as I could to let you guys know. But he is is leaning towards the under for Texas San Antonio.
All right, sounds good, guys. We are the biggest show in the world, having an absolute blast 7 days a week. The hashtag SBTVNation. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy, though. You got 1 day left, so please go easy with baseball. Do your own homework. Bet your own plays. Make all your dreams a reality and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.